Getsy. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. On today's video, I will be talking about how I first got diagnosed with my cancer, colon cancer to be exact. Let's get started. Okay, so this started back in 2017. Well, when I first started getting symptoms. I was going to work, coming home from work, eating, doing all normal things. And then there was this one morning when I woke up and I was just super hungry. I was hungry, but I wasn't able to eat anything because I was very nauseous. And also that same morning, before I went to work, I was getting ready and I just got like really bad cramping, like really bad cramping. And then I just remember, laying on the floor, like I was, grabbing my stomach because it was hurting so bad. And then I was just like sobbing, I was crying. And then back then my boyfriend, he was just telling me like, you know what, like you can't go to work, you're very sick. But I didn't listen to him. I was like, no, I'll be fine, blah blah blah. And then like a few minutes later, like the pain was gone and I was like, see, everything's fine. And then he took me to work. I remember we went to Starbucks because I was like really hungry, but I was running late. So we went to go get some oatmeal from there. And then on the way there, I was trying to eat it, but I couldn't keep it down. So I didn't really even eat anything at all. So he took me to work, and it was just like that, like several days until like one day, like my same routine. That day I went to work. And I wasn't able to eat nothing at all throughout the day. Like nothing, like not even water. And I used to work at a gym and they used to have like this smoothie bar. So I was like, I'm gonna go get my favorite smoothie. Let's see if it goes down. And I got it, I bought it. And I just bought it for nothing because I didn't even drink it. So then that same day, I think it was February 4th, no, it was February 2nd, that day, so like I was still working, I was just like grabbing my stomach, I wasn't doing my job correctly, basically. Like I had to make calls to, future members to like see like, hey, like I wanted to see how you like the gym or something like that, etc. So put that aside, and I wasn't able to like talk to them because my pain was like hurting so bad. And so my manager, he told me to like go to lunch. So I went to lunch and there was like a Costco in front of the gym. And I called my mom. I was telling her like, hey, like my stomach is really hurting, and she thought it was gastritis or something like that. So she told me not to eat any spicy food or any like greasy stuff. And I went to Costco and I bought a chicken salad from there. And I was trying to eat it, but I couldn't eat it. So I gave it to one of my friends and I told her, I'm like, here, have it. Like I didn't even eat it. And she took it, and my lunch wasn't done yet. So I went to the bathroom and I was like crying. I was crying so bad. My stomach was hurting, and I wasn't, like I wasn't off of work. I was like halfway done. So once my lunch finished, I went to my manager and I told him what was going on, and then he was like, next time, like, if you're feeling sick, just let me know, because blah 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 blah. So I was like, yeah. And then I called my mom and I was like, hey, like, can you come pick me up? Because oh, by the way, back then I didn't drive because I didn't have my license, and I looked super young, so I was scared I was gonna get like stopped, so I just didn't drive at all. Okay, so going back, um, my mom picked me up, and she was telling me, she was telling me like what's going on, like what are you feeling, and blah blah blah. And she ended up telling me like, okay, you know what, I'm gonna have to take you to the hospital. So we went to Holy Cross, and we waited there for like 5 hours, like not kidding you. So like imagine, I had to get out of work at 4, but I got out earlier. So I got out like at 3 or 2:30, somewhere around there. And I went to the hospital, and then they accepted me, or I went into a room like around maybe like 8 or 9, because I was already out of the hospital by 10. And I went in, they were treating me, and they were telling me what was going on, and they gave me some like it tasted like toothpaste, honestly. But like, remember how I told you that I wasn't able to eat anything, or I wasn't able to hold anything, not even water? Well, they had me drink that little like liquid that tastes like toothpaste. For what? I forgot for what, but I wasn't able to at all. Like, I was like throwing up. Like, even with the smell, I was throwing up. So I like, I can't take it. I can't take it. And they told me like, okay, don't take it. And then I went to what is it called? Damn. It's like when they track you if you have babies, like the little ball thingy, I don't know. Ultrasound. Ultrasound? I think so. I don't know. I think so. Okay, so they went to go. They sent me up to get an ultrasound to see if they see anything suspicious or anything, you know, like that's not supposed to be there. And I went in. They saw nothing, and they told me I was good. They told me that it was maybe gastritis, so they sent me home with some pills. And so I went home, but it was already late, so I wasn't able to go to like any pharmacy to get like pills. So I just went home, and my dad told me, he was like, oh, that was a Friday, that like all this happened on a Friday. And my dad told me, he was like, tomorrow, which is Saturday, tomorrow, which is Saturday, I will go ahead and get your, you know, your pills. And I was like, okay. So I was home, and I had my sister Noemi, my sister Jasmine, and my brother Junior. And honestly, I was supposed to be taking care of them, but they were taking care of me, basically. So I was at home, and I was like sweating. I had like a fever, my stomach was hurting, and I didn't have my pills or anything. So I was telling my sister Noemi, she's the second oldest, and I was telling her, I'm like, call my mom because I don't feel good. And my mom and dad, they were at work, so I told her, I'm like, call my mom and tell her that I'm not feeling good. And she called my mom, and we used to live in an apartment, and my aunt used to live in that same apartment complex. So my mom told my sister to go to my tia's house and get some Tylenol, because we didn't have Tylenol, but my sister couldn't go to the store because they were not going to sell Tylenol for her because she was underage. And so she went to her house, and she got the Tylenol, and I drank like 2, and it helped me for like a little bit. And then after that, my dad brought me my prescription, and it wasn't really helping me. It was like some chewable pink stuff. I don't know, but it was nothing. But it wasn't helping me at all. And so I went that Saturday with like just Tylenol. And then I was supposed to go back to work on Sunday. And my boyfriend, which is not my husband, he was just like telling me, he was like, you know what, like you can't go to work, like you can't go to work. So I was like, I know. I'm like, but I can't even talk. And then he was like, it's okay, I'll talk for you. And I was like, okay. So I called my manager, and he was speaking to my manager, saying what was going on. And my manager was like, you know what, it's okay, you can take the day off. And I told my boyfriend, I was like, can you take the day off? And he took the day off, and he was just taking care of me with like my dad and my siblings, and my mom was at work. And so like that day, like not even Tylenol was doing me like nothing now, and that was a Sunday already. So my boyfriend was trying to get me to eat, so he bought me like so many things, but I wasn't able to eat it because I couldn't hold anything down. I'm sorry I keep looking down, it's just I'm very nervous. But so yeah, so going back to where I was, so he got me some yogurt, and I was trying to eat the yogurt, but I couldn't eat the yogurt. I couldn't drink water. I couldn't eat anything, like nothing, not even my favorite things. And it was around like he took me to the car, and he was like just try to lay down because I wasn't comfortable anywhere either. And I told him like, you know what, let's go back inside my house. And I went inside, and like on the living room, I just like lay down, and I was like this, like, you know, like I was like holding myself, because like, holding my stomach, because I wasn't able to control the pain anymore. And I started crying, and my boyfriend was like on the floor laying down with me, and he was just like looking at me like sad, you know, because he wanted to help but he didn't know how. I don't know why I'm getting emotional. Okay, everything was so fun. Okay, so I'm okay. So I was on the floor, and then my mom came from work, and then she was like, you know what, she was talking to my dad, she was like, you know what, she was like she's not like there's something wrong with her, like there's something wrong with her. So they decided to take me to Olive View that Sunday, and I went in, and I went in, they got me a room fast, because I was like, I had a high temperature, my heart was like beating fast, I was like crying, my stomach was hurting, and they got me in there. And then so they were like telling me, they were like what's going on, what do I feel, this and that. They were doing me so many exams, and they ended up like leaving me in the hospital overnight, and they were taking my vitals, they were taking my everything, my weight, like they were telling me what I ate, they were like asking me so many things. I don't quite remember exactly everything, but that's how it happened. They were telling me like, what do I feel, what are my symptoms, and I told them like, you know what, I have a really sharp pain in my stomach, and it's not going away. And I also told them that, you know, like I feel like I'm so hungry, but it makes no sense, because it's like I just finished eating, and then like a few minutes later my stomach starts growling, like if I haven't eaten anything throughout the whole day. I don't know if you guys felt when you guys haven't eaten throughout the whole day, and then you guys feel a hole in your stomach because you're so hungry. Well, that's what I feel, that's what I felt. And so it was like that feeling, and my stomach was hurting, and like I don't know. And then and then I used to work out too. So when I would go to like working out, like when I would work out, you know, you had to engage your core to do any like type of exercises so you won't hurt yourself. So when I would engage my core, it was kind of like I was like when I would engage my core, I had the urge to go to the bathroom. So I would go to the bathroom, and you know, I would try to do my business, but I wasn't able to because I guess I was constipated. Well, that's what I thought. And then they were telling me, they were like, I was telling them, I was like, I feel like constipated, I'm not able to go to the restroom. And then they ended up doing more exams and all of that. And then fast forward to February 13th, yeah, February 13th. It was obviously a day before Valentine's, and they ended up telling me that morning, they were like, you know what, I think we found out what's wrong with you. and they told me, they were like, you have Crohn's disease. And I was like, Crohn's disease? I'm like, what is that? And then they explained it to me, and they were like, you're gonna have to take some medications, blah blah blah. And I was like, okay. And then they were like, we're gonna discharge you today. I was like, okay. I'm like, that's good. Valentine's Day is tomorrow, so I'm gonna be with my boyfriend and all that. And so I was already getting ready to like get discharged. Like I was changing already, even though I still had my thing needle, and I was already changed to go home. Okay, so they came and they were saying, like, we were waiting for an exam and we were going to call you when you were home whenever we got it, but we got it today. And I just wanted to say that it kind of looks like your exam looks like there's something, so I'm gonna go talk to my colleagues. I don't know if I'm saying it right, co-workers, whatever. So he went and spoke to them, and like my heart was beating because they said that they kind of found something, and I was like, what the hell? Like, what is it? And so I was waiting, but I was like praying. I was like, you know what? Everything's gonna be good. God has me in his hands. He's watching over me, like all of that. And so he came back like maybe an hour later, and he came back with like him, another doctor, and I don't know how to say that. Someone who like translates. I'm so sorry. Okay, someone who translates, and because my parents speak only Spanish and the doctor only spoke English, and he came, and he had like the other doctor with him and the translator, and he was saying like you know what, like we found cancer. And the translator translated to my parents, and my dad was just like staring, because I was like this, I was like facing this way, my dad was this way facing that way, my mom was on the side facing that way, and my dad was just facing over me, and he was just like staring, like staring, and my mom was staring, I was staring at like over my dad's head, and we were just like in shock. We were like, what the hell? Even the doctor was like, wow, you guys are a very strong family, because you guys didn't get that emotional. And then when he said that, my mom started crying, and I was just like, whew, hold on. I didn't think I was gonna get emotional because it was my first cancer, but I guess I did. Okay, so okay, so that's the first time I found out, I had that. And I was just like thinking, like, I was just thinking, like, why me? So I was thinking like, why me? Most of you guys who know me from school, you guys know that. Oh my god, I can't do this. Okay. Okay. Okay, most of you guys who know me from school, you guys know that I was always involved in like sports. I was always a very like center person. I would never like do anything bad, I guess. So I was always like, in my head, I was like, why me? Like, I've always tried to be the best that I can be. Like, why me? I love working out. I would eat good. So I had like no idea. Okay, and then okay. And then okay, I need to calm down, so I'll be back. Alright, so I didn't think I was gonna get that emotional because it was my first cancer, but you know, there's always, you know, there will always be a little pain in my heart of why I got cancer, I guess. So going back to my story, I was just rethinking everything, you know. I was like saying, why me, why this, like what did I do to deserve this? And you know what, now that I think about it, well, not now, but back then, later on, that I thought about it, I was like, sorry, I think my mom's outside. Okay, so I was like, you know, maybe there's a purpose in my life that I need to do, and for me to be able to achieve that or succeed in that purpose that I'm set to do, I have to go through a few obstacles to, you know, to just grow from them, I guess, and to know how to help others. And back then I didn't really know what my purpose was, and I think I have an idea of what my purpose is, but you know, I'm still looking for it. But that's how I started thinking about it, and it has helped me, you know, like think about the positive stuff instead of the negative. And you know, I'm just gonna continue doing that. And that's pretty much it about it. So this is gonna be part 1 of my video. It's gonna be more of my cancer story, symptoms, and diagnosis. This video will go up Friday at 3 p.m. That's gonna be my goal, to at least post 1 video every Friday at 3 p.m. Hopefully I'm able to do that, but I'm kind of new to it, but I promise you guys I will try to get something up. And thank you guys for even watching. Yeah, so my next video will be my cancer story part 2, surgery and recovery. And yeah, so thank you guys for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe and share. Yeah, so I love you guys. God bless you guys.